dudes. Yeah. Getting it started. Brandon's somewhere in the background. A little hard to see at the moment, but he is there.
There's some mobility in.
There we go. We can't forget the mobility.
It's always hard because we want to get a mobility, but also do the intro.
Mm-hmm. So we have our list here. Yeah, Johnny's here. Good to see you again, Johnny. We got our list, handwritten.
Nice to see you.
Doug Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for joining us. So today, if you saw the title, it is going to be leg and shoulder heavy. So that is what we're going to be focusing on. So we're going to be warming up our legs and shoulders to prepare for this workout.
Oh, yeah. Flexing. Hell yeah. Brandon from YouTube got those flex emojis. Hell yeah. David from YouTube, howdy. Nice to see you this morning. If it is morning for you or evening or whenever. Either way, you're here, so that's good. Oh, yeah. Got some love from South Africa. Mogavani, I think, if that's correct, from Facebook. Good morning, buff dudes. My favorite legs and shoulders heavy. Yeah. Rolando from Facebook. Nice. Glad you're joining. Hell yeah. Stephanie, I think that was good morning, dudes. Man, we got a lot of people joining. Hell yeah. This is it. Got to get the mobility. Hudson, as you can see, is doing phone squats. No, he's setting up the timer right now. Oh yeah, Daryl from Facebook, ready to get this going from Canada. What's up, buff dudes? Cassie from YouTube. Cody Griffin, morning all. Morning, Cody. Glad you joined us this morning.
Agnieszka White from Facebook. Hi, honey. Buff girl is joining us. She's going to be watching today. Or maybe working out along too. I don't know. Or maybe just moderating to keep keep the trolls at bay.
It looked like it was on Facebook.
Oh, that's true. She can also moderate there as well. Should be able to. So we're going to be getting some mobility real quick.
As we said before, it's shoulders and legs. So get some good shoulder mobility going. Get some leg mobility going.
Findrana, shout out from Chile. Hello. Joseph Domingo from Facebook says shout out from Philippines. Fan since 2016. That's amazing. Oh, yeah. Jorge from YouTube. Hello from Mexico. Yeah. Doug Smith from YouTube says maybe one day Buff Girl will join. She has a few times in the past, but we'll try to get him here very soon as well. Michaela never has, so maybe she will soon. The Gaming Nerd with a $1.99 donation. Thank you very much, Gaming Nerd on YouTube. Gaming Nerd says, I'm going out, just had to pop in to say stay buff.
Well,
yeah.
Have fun.
And Kevin White from Facebook says, you guys rock from Massachusetts. Well, thank you very much, Kevin. Jose says, hola. Hello, Jose from YouTube. And Nazmul from Facebook says, hi from Bangladesh. Hello. So let's just go over the exercises really quick here. What we're going to be doing is, again, it's leg and shoulder heavy. So hi, Troy from YouTube. He says, you guys are changing my life. So much gratitude. Well, thank you, Troy. And Nicholas from Facebook says, what's good, guys? Hey. So we're going to be doing squats, single leg RDL with knee raise, push-up planks, LYTs, great shoulder exercise, lateral squats, pike push-ups, single leg glute bridge, reverse snow angel, accordion crunches, and calf raises. So nice. Cody Griffin from YouTube says, the new Masters of the Universe has made me sad. Let's work out so I can forget that abomination.
Yeah, I've been hearing some bad reviews on that one for sure.
We will work out until we forget that abomination, Cody. When I heard Kevin Smith's name was attached to it,
he doesn't have the best track.
Exactly. Coming from the guy who made that walrus transformation movie or whatever, Tusk. Doug Smith with the $1.50 donation. Yeah, nice, Doug. Troy from YouTube says, these guys are the masters of the universe. Well, thank you very much, Troy. We're going to try to prove that today with this workout, but all of you as well. We're all going to be masters.
We're all going to have the power.
Exactly. Everyone except Kevin Smith.
Yep. Screw that guy.
He's the only one without the power. So Prince Vegeta from YouTube says, any good split to get back in the gym? We highly recommend the 5x5. Usually
That's
when
a
we're
great-
getting back into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great start.
And Aga, Buff Girl. Aga is now on YouTube as well. Aga's on Facebook and YouTube simultaneously.
Nice.
She says, I'll try to do the workout if the buff baby lets me. Well,
she's like the hacker in the movie. She's got all the computer system and everything else.
I know. Cody Griffin's review on YouTube says, "Hello, yeah, it was painful. Turns out he didn't have the power. Well, what a letdown.
Yeah.
Maybe the sword just went."
Yeah.
Robert Peppers from Facebook says, "Brandon and Hudson, I like you guys with beards. You look more badass." Yeah, and the following comment is from Ranger NHL on YouTube. Says more Arnold and Sly.
Exactly, and that's the reason.
Yeah.
So see, that's so you got to pick. You know, it's a hard thing. Beards, no beards, but with no beards, you get Arnold and Sly.
That is true. Tracy Ryan from Facebook says, just says Tracy from Las Vegas.
Oh,
hello,
there you go. Nice to see. It's probably hot there.
Shikar from YouTube says, "What's up, guys?" Hey, Shikar. And Deadly Fox from YouTube says, "Cheers from Poland. Stay buffed. Stay buffed, Deadly."
Nice.
Alex C from YouTube says, "We need a Predator handshake emoji." Yes, we do. So we're going to be getting this started pretty soon. Troy McPherson from YouTube says, "Squeeze harder."
Yeah. In harder.
$10 donation from Branning.
Thank you.
1988.
Let's get buff.
Hell yeah.
That's right. That is definitely the plan.
Costas from YouTube says, "Brandon without beard looks young again."
Oh, thank you.
The beards, yeah.
That's the trick. You grow a beard out and then you shave it and you're like, oh, cool.
John Cena from YouTube says, "I'm from Florida." Hey,
Nice.
John.
Good.
So there's a lot of, listen, Parker from YouTube says, "Hugs from Brazil."
Nice.
Hello. Noreen from Facebook says, "Morning. Stay buff." Yeah. So we could do this all day,
right?
say hello, because we love doing it, but we do need to get started pretty soon. So
save your questions because we will be answering more in depth at the end of the workout. We usually do kind of a hangout session where we can talk, answer questions, all that kind of stuff. But first, we want to get the workout in. We have a lot of people that are familiar with the morning workouts. It is a circuit style. It is a high intensity interval training, so it's timed. This workout this morning, we're going to be focusing on legs, but also shoulders as well. Sometimes we do the full body, really focusing on all the muscle groups, but today it's a little bit more legs, a little bit more shoulders. Abs are thrown in there as well, but it's going to be a good one. We have 10 different exercises, all performed back to back, and we're going to be cycling through them 4 different times. So it completes about 20 minutes there. So if you guys haven't, joined us before, welcome. And the ones that obviously have been here many mornings, welcome back. So we are getting close. If you do your mobility, do your stretching, this is the time to kind of limber up a little bit. The good thing about something like this, obviously we're doing body weight. We've done kettlebells, we've done dumbbells, we've done bands. We've been sticking with body weight recently more so just because it's so easy. You don't need anything other than your body. And the good thing is, even if you feel a little stiff still, maybe you're like, I don't know, the workout itself will kind of limber you up. It'll get you going because it's not going to be an increased load on your body other than just your body weight. So a lot of these kind of exercises, a lot of these movements are going to just help with mobility regardless. First one being the bodyweight squats, the single leg RDLs, the leg raise, and all that kind of good stuff, the LYTs. Yep. This, we do this every morning, not necessarily to build muscle and all that kind of stuff. We do most of our loaded exercises during the week. And then this is just kind of for fun, burn some calories, get some blood flowing, and feel good. So, and we get to hang out with you guys, which
is amazing.
Yeah.
So what we usually do is when we're ready to go, we ask for those flex emojis. So if you guys are ready to go, start giving us those flex emojis, single bicep salutes, and then we're gonna be getting this going. Mario from Facebook says hello from Croatia. Hello, Mario. And looking for the big guy Rick last name from YouTube says from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Hello. Hell yeah. Hello and hell yeah. Panji from YouTube says hello from Indonesia. And Carlos from Facebook says, I've been following you guys for a while. Love the PR video. Well, thank you very much. So Okay,
There's
so
the flex
there they
emojis.
are. There's the flex emojis.
People are ready.
Yeah, we are too, baby. We're gonna do this. We're gonna kick ass. So,
Get your water and get ready. This is basically
that's pretty much all there is
Make
to
sure you
it.
have your water.
Okay, so here we go, everybody.
First one's up. Squats. Good position.
Countdown has begun.
Yep. Foot positioning can all be, customizable depending on, your comfort, your body type. But you really do want to make sure those knees are following the toes. Ooh. Yeah, here's a good one. I love starting with squats. They just feel good.
3, 2, 1. Nice.
All right. Next one's a little tricky. It's the single leg RDL with leg raise. So difficulty is going up a little bit because you're not only doing the single leg RDL, you have to lift the opposite leg there. Boom. A lot of balance, a lot of stability, but that's really good to test yourself in those areas. It's not all about, how much weight you can do all the time. It's like, how can these muscles stabilize you in certain positions? That's always good too. So push-up planks, get the core, get the shoulders.
I did not talk at all during that Romanian deadlifts because whenever I do, I lose my balance.
Yeah, that's a tough one. This is a good one to get the core going, but also your chest, shoulders, triceps is really kind of a good movement to really try to get better at even push-ups. Okay, LYTs, really great shoulder strengthening movement here. Doing 3 different movements, the L, the Y, and the T. Really strict movement. Keep those thumbs up.
I'm trying to do it.
There we go. Need to get our positions.
Yeah, we need to get our buff dudes choreography right.
Ooh, yeah. Nice. Lateral squats now. Nice wide stance. Keep your toes pointed. I guess there's a lot of room where
There is.
Here. Wow. Not used to that.
Brandon's trying to crowd me out.
I am.
This is all about dominance.
It's a Brandon show. Ooh. So squatting to one side laterally, there you go. Yep. This kind of takes some getting used to. Sometimes it's hard getting that full range of motion on these. The inner thigh can be pretty tight, but that's the point. Really trying to stretch it out, mobilize it. Push your pikes. Oh yeah. Big shoulder movement. There we go. It's basically like essentially a handstand push-up, but in this case, you're not doing your full body weight.
And try to picture yourself as an inverted V.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Single leg glute bridge.
Gotta get the glutes.
And we're giving our shoulders a little break because this is pretty shoulder intensive.
Yeah.
Top position, really squeeze. Squeeze harder
And harder. Yeah, the glutes, one of the main movements for them, what they help out with is hip extension. So this is a great way to help isolate these glutes.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Reverse snow angels.
There we go. Face down.
Ass up. Not really. Just prone position.
That's the pike push-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hover those hands just slightly above the floor. Get that constant motion there. Yeah, you get a lot of lower back, lats, also the rear delts, shoulders.
Got the accordion crunches next.
More abs.
Yeah. This is a tough one, in my opinion.
Yeah. Get those glutes right on the ground. Stabilize yourself with your hands. And you're crunching your upper and lower body in.
Balance and stability will again factor in. And last,
Couldn't forget the calf raises.
oh yeah, This is about the end of circuit 1, and we have 3 more left.
Already a little hot.
Me too. I don't see a lot of chatting in the comments, which is great.
It is good.
Because that means hopefully everyone's following along with us.
Yep. Calf raises are a little bit of a nice resting period. They're still difficult. They become more difficult as it goes on, but a nice time to catch your breath a little bit. Not as intense as some of the other movements.
So we're back to squats.
Yep.
Grab some water if you got it.
That rest period goes quick. There we go.
Someone was suggesting that we do 25 seconds on, 5 seconds rest, and I thought, no,
Not this year.
I'm good. Okay, there we go. Brandon got one more on me. So single leg Romanian deadlift with knee raise.
Yep. There we go.
Yeah.
You'll notice too that you have a little bit more of a stable leg. One leg might feel a little bit more stable than the other. I feel like it's kind of common, but it's always good to key in on that. Really pay attention to making sure you're balancing everything out.
Ooh, that feels good. Like that does. Push-up planks.
Push-up planks. Here we go. Face down, ass up. Keep these shoulders. Oh no, that's not the one. Oh yeah. I was too excited.
Yeah.
Tight push-ups.
Yeah. This is push-up planks.
There we go.
Core and shoulders is what feels like this workout is all about for me. Those are the 2 muscle groups that are definitely feeling like they're taking on the most load.
Speaking of shoulders, LYTs are next.
Oh yeah.
Got to get these going.
Yeah. I want to answer a really quick question from Paul on YouTube. It says, are these live streams available for viewing later? Yes, they are. Typically, we'll make them unlisted after the day they've been released, but you can always just check your watch history and feel free to come back and watch it at any time. Lateral squats. Here we go. Here we go. I actually need to get a headset, a VR headset, and then we can answer questions as we work out.
We need a bigger screen as well.
Yeah, that too.
Nice and slow. Feel a good stretch. And the adductors of the leg there. Keep that knee fall on the toe.
Oh, now we're on to the pike push-ups.
Oh man. Here we go.
Yeah. Doing good, everybody. Everyone who's following along, keep it up. It always gives you that extra source of motivation and inspiration to continue when you know you got a lot of people doing it right alongside you, which is always, that's what keeps me going. So single leg glute bridges. Oh, couldn't forget the booty.
Sometimes it's hard to remember which one on these unilateral. I always try to start with my less dominant side, left side, and then I was kind of remember, to switch back from there. Nice. How's you feeling that one?
Yeah.
Okay, reverse no angel. There we go. Keep that sternum firmly planted on the floor. You can kind of, as you bring your hands back and down, arch the lower back a little bit. Gets a little extra contraction in the lower back. And then squeeze your elbows in to your body. Get those lats activated too. It's good.
Accordion crunches. We're back.
Oh yeah.
We need again accordion crunches. Again, stability and balance is going to play a role in this one. You're bringing up both your knees and your core. Basically, you're meeting in the middle. So that can take a little practice to get used to if you're not used to this one. Great core exercise. Of course, your legs are playing a factor as well. There we go. Now we're moving on to calf raises.
Oh yeah.
We're almost done. with round 2. Of course, then we're gonna have 2 more to go. So just about to the midway point of this workout. Good job, everybody. Depending on what time of day it is, it takes the commitment. You know, if it's the morning, the afternoon, the evening, you're here, you're working out alongside us. So we're always very thankful that you take that time in your day to join us. Squats, we're back.
Oh yeah.
Round 3 of our 4-round circuit. I was almost going wide like I was going to do a lateral squat.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Single leg Romanian deadlift with knee raise.
Ooh, here we go. Get that good tempo down. Nice and slow. Really concentrate. Keep the muscles tight. Get a good stretch in the hamstrings. Bring that leg up. Ooh, yeah. Nice.
Push-up planks.
Here we go.
Is next. Doing good, everyone?
Oh. Yeah. Right. Nice. Got the LYTs next. Still hitting those shoulders. We got some great feedback to the LYTs about some people, implementing this movement into their training more and more and giving it credit to really making their shoulders feel a lot better and stronger. And that's why we love this movement. It's one that can be really neglected, or at least I should say, the muscles that can be neglected in the shoulder, the rotator cuffs. So that one really hits that, which is nice.
And Carlo from Facebook says hello from the Philippines. And OFR Liquid from YouTube says hey from France. Hell yeah.
Ladder squats. A good challenge is trying to keep your toes pointed forward at all times. That's really going to help with the mobilization in your ankles as well. It's okay if your toes come out a little bit. Some people's ankle mobility is a little bit better than others, but it's a good challenge.
Like push-ups.
There we go. Aim for the top of the head. Nice and slow. Even just tap and then back up. Push through the shoulders. Oh yeah. Very effective. Single leg, glute bridge. There we go. Nice and slow. And most of the range of motion isn't like super heavy on these, but you really try to contract your glutes to top position, slight hold. As the name explains, glute bridge. Imagine you're making a bridge. Squeeze and hold. You get that great activation in there. There we go.
I had to take a quick allergy break.
Allergy season, I'm sure some people can relate to that. Okay, reverse snow angels. Oh yeah. There we go. It's a surprising amount of contraction. The lats as you bring it down, but the lower back as well. Obviously the shoulder joint. Oh yeah, there we go. Accordion crunches, back to the abs. Oh yeah, this is going quick. This feels
Going very fast.
Balance. Yeah. Just keep a slight flexion in your back. That'll maintain that contraction in your abdominal section. Gets a little bit more activation in there. Really timing your tension by having to hold that. Wow. Okay. Calf raises.
Here we go. The end, or I should say almost the end, of the third round. And then we're on to our final round. It's a great thing about these workouts. You show up every Saturday. They go fast.
Yeah, they
You
definitely
get 20 minutes, overall full body for the most part. Keep that heart rate high. It's just a nice little cherry on top of a good work week. Okay.
Nice. One more round. Can you guys guess what we're starting with? Squats. You definitely guessed it. A nice full range of motion. Not everyone, can get that ass to grass, but as long as you're not working towards getting a nice full range of motion, that's a good thing.
It's all a process.
Absolutely.
You start with lateral, a little past, and then eventually the bottom.
Boom. Get that knee up. Oh yeah. Nice. Good job, everyone.
That one is a little bit of an art form to master the balance.
Definitely.
So don't feel bad if you're a little shaky. I know I was.
Some of these you might have to work on, but that's good. You always want to test yourself, challenge yourself, push yourself in new directions. So that's kind of the point of working out, of exercises. You never want to just sit there and blank out and not even realize what you're doing. You have to always concentrate. Make sure you get the most out of what you're doing. Oh yeah, LYTs. Good job, guys. Getting closer.
You never think this one puts as much strain on your shoulders as it does. Especially when you're on the round 4.
Yeah.
But it feels real good.
Definitely.
Lateral squats. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good job, everyone. We're about to hit the halfway point of the final round. So if you're still with us, we can all do this together. Moving on to pike push-ups. Guitar Man from YouTube asked, where's the app? The app is still coming, Guitar Man. It's been delayed time and time again, but we're hoping and absolutely praying that it'll be here early fall. We'll be moving on to single leg glute bridges. For those of you who don't know, we've been working for years on an app, which is going to be an exercise encyclopedia. So the goal is that when you're in the gym, and if you ever want to try a new exercise, or you need a breakdown on an exercise you're not quite sure how to do, you just jump on the app, you look it up, and you have a detailed video in the form of a GIF, a looping GIF, a written breakdown, and also exercise alternatives. If the one that you want to perform isn't available in your gym or in your home. So we're excited for it. It's just taken forever. Good job, everybody. We're heading in to the final 3. And now the final 2. We have accordion crunches and calf raises. And then this workout is done.
Yeah. Nice. Last exercise, last movement, calf raises. Everyone's been doing awesome. Here we go. There we go, balance the strength.
Brandon's got to get in position. He's got to restore balance to the Buff Dudes universe.
There we go.
Masters of the universe. That includes all of you as well. We did it. Saturday, got the workout in the books. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Good job, everybody.
That's amazing. We did it. Now we're going to take a water break for a second because
a little toasty in here for sure.
Yeah.
As you guys might be aware, having that heat wave in Pacific Northwest.
And sadly,
Hits you.
it's going to be another 100-degree day, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, flex emojis.
Nice.
Hell yeah, everybody. Love seeing those flex emojis. Makes us feel good.
Yeah.
Thanks again to everyone for joining us. Yeah. Nice. Kevin Penley from YouTube says, I have the dumbbell only workout guide. 12 weeks so far, loving it. Well, that is awesome.
That is awesome.
Troy McPherson says, I heard a cookbook is coming too.
Yeah.
And Troy, let me, that one is definitely coming. Thankfully, we have full control over that one. So we are planning on having that one out in November. Let me,
Guitar Tutor from YouTube says, I actually think your workout plans and exercise are the most effective out there. Well, thank you. That makes us feel good. Yeah, I mean, we definitely try to, include everything, keep everyone in mind, going from beginner to advanced in maybe like a macro cycle in a 3-month plans, but also switching up where, dumbbell only or body weight only, stuff like that. So really trying to cover all bases of that. We really appreciate hearing that.
And Aga White from YouTube says, hell yeah, good workout.
Yeah.
Thank you, honey.
Nice.
Oh yeah, more flex emojis.
Nice.
Claire Sans Cartier from YouTube says, been slacking off lately. Need to get motivated again. Hell yeah.
Well, we're here for you.
Exactly. Doug Smith with the $2 donation. Buff Doug, I should say. I'm sorry, Doug Smith. Buff Doug. Yeah. Shahar from YouTube says, hi from Israel.
Nice.
Hello. Babita from YouTube says, choosing between Team Brandon and Team Hudson is like choosing between water and H2O. Team Buff Dudes. Well, that's awesome.
Nice.
Brody Newstead from YouTube says, the superhero workout has definitely been the best. Loved it. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
And Marcus from YouTube or Facebook, excuse me, also says, love the superhero book.
Nice. Heck yeah. Loving the good feedback.
So I'm going to show you a few pictures
go.
from the cookbook. Oh yeah, there we go.
Courtesy of Aga White.
Who is the photographer. So there's one.
Yeah.
Let me grab a few more really quick. There's a lot of them. There's going to be a lot of recipes. And we really wanted to focus on the photography because that's what we feel we're visual and we like good visuals. So
let's see. Joe, just want to read this one from Joe from Facebook. How I wish I could work out like this. I broke my neck and was paralyzed from the neck down, but I did beat the odds and had a rare recovery, just not the one that will ever allow muscle gain. Well, Joe, glad you had a recovery.
That sounds like absolutely amazing recovery.
Yeah. So as long as you have that, that's great, and just obviously keeping active, maybe not allowing for, muscle gains or anything like that, but just being able to be active and have a good attitude overall. So that's great.
And Johnny Noggin with the $5 donation. And Johnny has a great question, and this actually leads into a good explanation of why the app's taken so long. Johnny says, when your app finally comes out, will it have all your workout plans included? I would gladly pay to have them all in one place. That was the original goal, Johnny, and that has led to a lot of frustration and delays because that was much more technical than we thought it would be. We wanted to have a real kind of cutting edge way of doing it in the app. So it's like maybe if you've ever played an app like Duolingo or things of that nature, it's just very easy to use, very intuitive. And that turned out to be a lot harder than we thought. So we're going to start with just the exercise tutorials, but our main goal is to have the workout plans. And then when you're doing the workout plans, you can click on any single exercise in the plan and it gives you a short tutorial if you need one. So that's the goal. Yeah. Cody Griffin. With a $50 donation. Thank you, Cody. Cody says, So last night at the bar, a man called me Aquaman,
Whoa.
who skips leg day.
Oh,
I was
no.
wearing pants. Jokes on him.
Ha!
But I'm doing the cutting plan. I got my leg days in hard, but my upper body is bigger. So what's the secret? To big ass wheels.
Well, Cody, that is when you're going to definitely have to prioritize your legs. And I know what's helped me in the past, and what really helps focus on, getting as much gains as possible in a certain area is doubling up the workouts. And I know in some of our plans, we are doing 2 leg days a week, which is very important. You can change the exercises up each day. Obviously maybe just back squats on one day, and the next leg day you do front squats, or maybe even leg press. So get a program where you're working your legs multiple days a week, and just prioritizing them over your upper body. Maybe kind of pull back on your upper body training a little bit. Maybe only train, chest and back or whatever 1 day a week instead of maybe 2. And just get in the groove of just hitting those legs hard, and you'll definitely get gains.
Alex C with the $25 donation. Thank you, Alex. And Alex says, awesome workout, dudes and friends. Needed this workout after a rough week. Shredding book still going. Noticeable difference in body composition. The buff lady of the house approves. Thanks for the motivation. Well, that's awesome, Alex.
Yeah, Alex. That's great to hear.
Yeah. And Abid from YouTube with the $4.99 donation. Thank you, Abid. Abid says, video game controller hobbies along unhappily with a broken arm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That can add up for sure. Those video games, man, they can consume you. There's been times where we've definitely been consumed in the past by video games. It's a good escape. It's a lot of fun. And you can get out of the habit of working out real quick.
Yeah.
I just want to log in and play video games. So just get back in there, man. Yep. Sorry to hear about your broken arm as well.
And Philip from YouTube says, do a WWE parody video. Hudson looks like a doppelganger of Triple H. Save for the water trick he did. I tried that once, and it was a lot harder than I thought it would be. So yeah. I got some water spewing practice to do. Troy McPherson from YouTube says, what an awesome community you guys have created here. The Buff family. Yeah.
Nice.
That makes us super happy to hear that.
Definitely.
Paul Barnett from Facebook says, hey, Buff Bros, can you build big legs just using dumbbells? Budgets and issues, but I have set up to 100 pounds. Well, 100 pounds is a great amount of weight. I mean, goblet squats, dumbbell swings, kind of an alternative to kettlebell swings. I mean, those are 2 just right off the bat. So,
and if you get to a point where that 100 pounds, let's say doing a bilateral movement like goblet squats is a little too easy, don't feel like it's testing enough, do single leg movements, Bulgarian split squats, lunges, stuff like that, where now you're putting all that weight on one leg, so it can up the difficulty quite a bit.
And we have done 100 pounds with lunges in the past. We're not doing them now, but that's no joke. So that would be a huge recommendation of ours. Zach from YouTube says, hello from Taiwan. Hi, Zach.
Hello.
And Jumpy from YouTube says, Hudson is unique in my book.
I think that means that you're not a Triple H lookalike.
You're okay. Okay, thank you.
You're your own.
Okay, because I
have a feeling
that could be taken in a different ways. So that I'm gonna
it's unique.
I'm gonna use it in what
I think it was
Thank you, Jumpy. Appreciate it. Jimmy D with the $25 donation. Thank you, Jimmy.
Nice, thank you.
Thanks for the workout. Having a little shoulder issues, so not as hard today. Okay. Also on the Buff Dad front, does the saga continue? Do I need to send authorities after him? Haha, Jimmy. Thank you very much. And not only for the donation, I feel this dinner date is getting more and more extravagant. They're going to be going on like a private jet. They're going to go in a spaceship with Jeff Bezos to have dinner or something. He has not had dinner, but this time he actually does have an excuse. Our entire family went on a 4-day camping trip, so that's what we've all been doing. But now he's going to go on the dinner. Yeah. So we will. It's a real thing. We will bring you photographic evidence next week.
Cody Griffin, $5 donation. Definitely have to read this one. Here's $5 to not ruin your childhood. Do not watch Masters of the Universe. Yeah, I donated money just to tell you that I'm still trying to recover.
Well, Cody, we'll take your advice.
Absolutely.
We haven't seen it yet, but we will stay away due to your review.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I do got to say, Cody, by the way, I did see your picture of you that you sent me as Aquaman. Again, we were camping, so we haven't had access to the internet. But he
was wearing pants in that picture.
He was. Even though you don't have to because you're Aquaman, you can just be in the ocean, pantsless.
That's true. Yeah, absolutely.
But you do make a damn good Aquaman.
Nice.
So,
oh yeah.
So screw that guy at the bar.
I know. He doesn't know he's talking about.
Michael Skyros from YouTube says video for leg press alternatives, no machine available. That would be a great video series if it said something like no squat rack, try this or something of that nature. We should probably write that down. It sounds like something Athlete Next would do, and maybe we can beat him to the punch. Yeah. Is no leg press killing your gains? Try this. And then there's a little red circle around.
And it's just
like
exactly. So it's just to click. You get to click on it. Like, oh yeah, do squats.
So Arnaud from YouTube says greetings from France. Keep the awesome work, buff dudes. Well, thank you very much. Nicholas from YouTube says, should I buy dumbbells or more 45s? I guess that depends on how well your dumbbells are stocked and how well your 45s are stocked. I mean, you can see we pretty much have our whole rack here, which does a great job. That took a long time to fill out, though. Some of it was some we bought from an old gym, an old school, and some we bought ourselves. Kelly from Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh, great question. We got to answer this from Kelly.
True.
Kelly from Facebook says, sent you some stars last week.
Thank you, Kelly.
Yes, thank you. Finally healed enough from my frozen shoulder to join you, bringing it from Canada. Well,
nice.
Thank you very much, Kelly. And I have to say something. We've got to apologize really quick to those of you on Facebook. We use a program called Restream, and it combines YouTube and Facebook. And unfortunately, we can see the donations on YouTube, but we can't see it on Facebook.
I know. So everyone sending you stars on Facebook, we really apologize that we never
shout you out because we can't see it. So if you do, maybe just let us know, just so we can give you a shout out and say thank you, because that's a bummer. Restream's got to fix it. Maybe we'll email them and say, hey, get the stars connected.
Yep.
Jimmy D with the $10 donation.
Nice.
Speaking of YouTube, thank you, Jimmy. Jimmy says, I'm sending this donation to tell you that He-Man is awesome because Mark Hamill is playing Skeletor. Sorry, Cody. I shall not give up just yet.
Okay.
So we have a Masters of the Universe war. We're actually finding out who is the true Master of the Universe. But neither one of you have to donate anymore. Just say, because don't get into a donation war. You can just civilly argue amongst yourselves. Babita from YouTube says, these 20-minute workouts are lifesavers. Whenever I don't have time, I do that great workout. Thanks. Well, that's awesome,
thank you,
Babita.
Yeah, I'm really happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Mr. 47 from YouTube. Have you ever tried gymnastic rings workout? No, I mean, we kind of mess around with them, but never a full workout. I mean, in a way, it could be an amazing tool because you can do a lot of body weight type exercise, but you have to have strength for that for sure, because that's tough to do those kind of movements.
And Alicio has a great question on YouTube. Can we get an anatomy video of the hamstrings and quadriceps? Brandon did an anatomy of the bicep. We actually did an anatomy of every body part years ago, but it was in depth. But then Brandon took it to the next level with the anatomy of a biceps. And I'll just speak for Brandon for a moment. He put a ton of work into the video, and it didn't really get the views that justified all the time he put into it. So maybe we'll think about some way of doing it, but we got to think of a way where, unfortunately it gets views to justify all the effort put into it. Because if not, it's just like, wow, that was a lot of time spent when we could have maybe been focusing on the cookbook or things of that nature.
But we would like to in the future, in some capacity.
James Willems from YouTube with a $5 donation. Thank you, James. James says, I've really enjoyed your videos for a long time. Thanks for the years of advice, recipes, and entertainment. Well, James, that's awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much. Cody.
It's a donation war.
$5 donation. Thank you, Cody. Cody says,
war.
Donation war. It's on. He goes, also, during the Arnold and Sly carpool karaoke, did you guys get any looks? We got some looks.
Yeah.
The weirdest thing is we got some comments on that video saying, hey,
that's
you guys shot this in Agora Hills, which we did.
Yeah.
And we were thinking, how the hell did they know we were in Agora Hills?
Well, I mean, someone must have saw us.
I think
someone must have drove by and just showed us, which is really odd because, I mean, it feels like it's way out of the way.
Small world.
Yeah.
Hom Tanks from YouTube with a $20 donation. Thank you, Hom. Hom says, my 1-year-old daughter and 3-year-old son followed along with your workout. That's amazing.
That's sweet.
Well, tell
Hopefully had fun.
And tell them hi. Give us a Buff Dudes high five and a bicep salute. Let me see. Ian Todd from Facebook says, I love all your programs. I've given the Resistance Band books to friends with a set of bands as a starter program to get them moving. Still think the superhero plan is the best.
Well, hell yeah. Thank you.
I would say the superhero plan is definitely, it's by far our biggest book. It's pretty huge with all the exercise tutorials and everything. And I used it to stay in shape during COVID, which was nice. But
I think it's one of the more advanced programs for sure.
Definitely.
It definitely kind of brings you through all the paces, and it really tests your abilities in a lot of different areas. So we're definitely very proud of that.
Yeah. Riley Strong from Facebook says, "Yo, let's go! Caught the live stream. Thank you.
Riley.
Glad you caught us, Riley."
Oh,
Philip from YouTube says, "Since I found your channel, I totally changed my diet, and after 2 years of not gaining a single pound, I'm finally gaining weight again. Thank you very much. That's awesome."
Congrats, man.
Nicholas Evans, YouTube, says, "What should I train today? I'm kind of bored and not sure what to do today."
Depending on what you're going to do next week, try not to train a body group that you're going to train on Monday. So maybe full body, maybe one of your weak points that you want to kind of like bring up a little bit. Pay attention to that. You know, that's whenever you have a day off and you're kind of like, hey, I want to head to the gym, focus on your weak points. Either that just be mobility itself, or maybe a certain muscle group, maybe calves, forearms, stuff like that. And, you know, not that you have to demolish them in that, but just space, you know, just throw them in there. Cause I mean, it's not going to definitely hurt them. It's only going to benefit you.
And, Jacob Hess from Facebook says, "Love how you guys talk to your fans. Any chance you guys go into acting?"
We were, you know, we spent some time in LA and we were kind of here and there getting some acting gigs, which was really cool. It's hard though, because you have to put so much time and effort into going on all the castings, going to the acting classes, doing networking, going meeting people, getting agent managers, all that kind of stuff. I mean, it really is your life, and I mean, what's hard is because, of course, doing Buff Dudes it consumes a lot of our time as well. I would say all of our time. So it's almost kind of like we had to choose what we really wanted to pay attention to. And I think, doing something like what we do with Buff Dudes, we're allowed to still do kind of like acting stuff. And in the future, possibly get work outside of Buff Dudes because of Buff Dudes, which is really cool.
Yeah. Let me see. Jimmy D with a $5 donation.
Jimmy D. Donation war is still on.
Also,
Civil War.
Oh, it is. It is the Buff Dudes Civil War. Also for Brandon, or the Masters of the Universe.
Oh, it is.
Also for Brandon, do you wear black socks and sandals? Burning question. We don't judge. Maybe.
I don't. When I'm already wearing socks, I'll just slip my sandals on. And it looks like the Ninja Turtles, because it cuts right into the sock. So that's kind of cool.
So he sometimes does wear black socks.
It's like ninja.
Sandals.
You feel like a ninja.
Yeah.
When you put the black socks and sandals on. At least I do. But then I don't do it very much because it's pretty uncomfortable for me.
So Terry S. from YouTube says, "Why does Brandon look like a buff Bryce Harper?"
I am Bryce Harper.
He is. He just looks. He does this on his off time.
Yeah.
He actually does Stranger Things on his off time. He's a Buff Dude's full time.
That's true. Bryce Harper's the baseball guy, I think, right?
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, when he's not playing baseball, he's a Buff Dude.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the
David Harbour.
Yeah. There's so many similar Brandon Harbour. Wait, Bryce Harbour, Brandon White, and David Harbour. It's all like the same entity.
That's true. Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of crazy. It's the Trinity.
I was actually on Hot Wings not too long ago to check it
Yeah.
out.
And you have to guess it. Was it Bryce Harbour, David Harbour, Brandon White?
Yeah.
Leach Vargas from YouTube says, you guys are the bomb.
We're catching up on comments.
I know, right? Aaron Johnson from Facebook says, "Hey dudes, which diet was your favorite? I noticed your skin glow with the keto diet." My skin was, I think, greasy.
The glow was the sheen.
It really was
coming out of our pores.
And that's no joke. It really was. Crazy Enigma 2085 from YouTube says, "Can I get a train those gains? Pretty please."
There you go. You just got it.
Yeah. So Branding 1988 says, "I need the first and second edition for the complete Buff Dudes collection." Those, unfortunately, are kind of, I wouldn't say outdated, but it's the third edition. But now we're going to throw you off if you're OCD, because we're going to come out with the fourth edition eventually, and then you only have the third and fourth. So maybe to quench your desire, we'll call the fourth edition. I don't even know how to solve that question. Yeah. So no, but you can actually, you
they're
can still
gone.
find, yeah. Derek Scott from Facebook says, "Hudson, how's your leg? Good as new." And Jose, really quick, also from YouTube, says, "Greetings from Mexico."
Nice.
My leg does feel very great. Unfortunately, the ankle's pretty good, a little stiff, not quite as much mobility, But I do have some imbalances now because kind of my hip, my knee has kind of taken over a little bit in certain things. So I do really got to focus. It's kind of funny. We've talked about this before, is recording yourself when you work out to see if you have any imbalance or stability issues. And I did notice during our anime video, when we did the Can We Survive an Anime workout, I noticed when I squat, when I'm at the little past parallel, my hips kind of rotate just a little bit. So right when I saw it, I'm like, oh yeah, hip shift. He's got hip shift, bud.
He's got hip shift, bud.
Yeah, so it is something to work on a little bit, and it's something I always need to just be wary of for my dominant side, my left side, to take over for my weaker side, which is where I broke my ankle. But other than that, I feel good. Troy McPherson from YouTube says, getting started with a 5x5 for a few weeks has been awesome, seeing gains already. Then looking to lose weight. Should I start with the cutting plan or go into the superhero plan?
I think both actually include a 5x5 to begin, to get you started. It's kind of hard because, both are going to get you some really great results as far as getting you lean, because they're both very active. Especially the superhero plan, because it goes into more of a circuit style training in one phase or stage, and then it can go into more Olympic, very much power-based stuff, which you can burn a lot of calories in another stage. Goes into kind of classic bodybuilding split in another stage. So it's kind of the broader spectrum of the superhero plan. The cutting plan is a little bit more standard, I guess, in a sense, as far as just kind of going from a little bit less difficult to more difficult, where the superhero plan kind of like jumps around to a lot of different types of stuff. It goes speed, power, strength, size, all that kind of stuff. So, if you're up for it, for that difficulty, go with the superhero plan.
And Andy Littleton from Facebook says, you guys are awesome. From Ohio, give me a shout out to show my wife, please. Andy Littleton, huge shout out to you. Nice. Let's see. Hello from Long Island, says David Fernandez from YouTube. Hello, David.
Brendan from Facebook, you are not buff, flex emoji.
That throws me off, because the flex emoji, I'm assuming it's sarcastic. So I'll just take it as that. So I'll give you a flex right back at you, Brendan.
And thank you.
Sun Air Forest from YouTube says, would love a Buff Dudes Conan the Barbarian heavy metal video. That would be cool. Lucas from YouTube says, should I bulk or cut? I'm 14'6'2" and weigh 160 pounds. I would not say cut. Definitely not. I would say at 14 years old.
160 pounds. Yeah. 6'2"? Yeah. You don't need to cut.
I would say just focus on the fundamentals at this point. Compounds, get your proper form for the bench press, the squats, the pull-ups. You got lots of time. So figure out how to do those exercises correctly.
Because at that age, especially, when they call it like newbie gains and everything, you're going to get the most one out of those exercises. And two, just focus on getting your, a clean eating, the consistency of your training. And, you'll hear this phrase, that recomping kind of thing. You'll notice the change in your body without really having a bulking or a cutting kind of, just focus on the compounds, the great eating, and you'll see a change. You'll see a benefit. And then later down the line, you can maybe get a little bit more focused in the goal as far as bulking or cutting if you have to.
And Jacob Hess has an excellent question from Facebook. So I'm a shingle roof loader, 70 to 100 pounds, running up roofs when it's 110 degrees, trying to make a workout because I'm so tired after work. I have a hard time getting to the gym. Should I load up on protein? Any advice? Jacob, we have done construction.
I did some roofing actually when I was 14.
Did? Oh, I didn't even know that. Well, I personally haven't. I sure haven't done it in 110 degree weather. That's just insane.
It's hard. It's tough.
One suggestion I would have is what we found with success is when you're done with the workday, go right to the gym. Don't, if you can, don't go home. Don't have any chance to rest. You're just gonna, like you said, you're gonna get so tired immediately. So have that food prepared.
Yeah, go ahead. Exactly. Well, I was going to say, absolutely. Because that's a lot of extra activity. Obviously the activity that you're getting from your job.
Don't overtrain.
Yeah, exactly. Then the activity you're getting to your workouts, you definitely want to have enough, not only protein, but carbs and fats too. They're definitely all very essential. It's just figuring out. I think this is kind of cool to, get like some kind of watch that tracks your activity. It'd be really interesting to see see how many calories you're burning throughout the day. And that can give you a pretty good judge on how many calories you might have to take in, because you most likely probably aren't going to have enough.
Antoine from Facebook, if I got your name right. Hey, what's up, dudes? I finally finished your 12-week program from 7 years ago after like my 5th attempt. Well, congratulations. Awesome. I'm currently on week 4 starting over. I've lost about 39 pounds, but find myself not losing any more weight. Any advice?
Well, congratulations on losing 39 pounds. That's awesome. It could be quite a few things, your diet, what you're eating. Definitely, hopefully you're tracking that very closely. And obviously you're tracking your weight, which is good because that's one step to see if things are changing or not. Obviously you're hitting a plateau. The intensity in your workouts, depending on the rest times, it can decrease, maybe upping your cardio if you're not necessarily getting enough activity through just your workouts alone or maybe your job. So that's kind of the general way to look at it. Food, workouts, or maybe even possibly get some cardio in as well to burn off a little bit more calories. But don't go too strict on your I gotta eat. The less calories I have, the more weight I'm gonna lose. That's not a good idea. So have it a well-rounded diet for sure, and don't keep trying to decrease your calories to think that's going to help you lose weight. So it's definitely a healthy balance of everything.
And Daniel Jerkins with the $5 donation. Thank you, Daniel. Daniel says, do you guys have any specialty bars, like a safety squat bar, for instance? And if so, do you use them in your personal training?
We just have barbells. You'll see a lot of gyms. They have tons of different bars, and they can definitely have their benefits, and it's going to be fun to try something new, but nothing really beats the classic barbell.
Joe Mama from YouTube with the $5 donation. Thank you, Joe. Joe says, my squat has been stagnant for the past couple of months, and I haven't seen much progress in upping the weight. It's my worst lift of the big three. Tips?
It sounds like you're tracking your weight because you're seeing that it's hitting a plateau there, so that's good. Make sure you're tracking your weight. Going up in very small, incremental changes, could be 2.5 pounds on each side, 5 pounds total. That's good.
Sometimes finding a training partner, someone to because I find when I'm spotted by Brandon, I can usually do about 20 pounds more, just because that psychological barrier of, because when you're doing it by yourself, sometimes you think, well, I don't want to do more. Because what if I can't lift it?
True.
When you have someone to spot you, all of a sudden your mind's at ease. So that's another one.
Yeah. Could do some a belt, some knee sleeves, stuff like that to kind of maybe help push through, what you're stuck at.
Additional mobility.
Yeah. And different exercises too. Box squats, front squats, stuff like that to really change up the exercises to help benefit.
Box squats were very instrumental for my squat increase because, again, it was like a little bit of a squatter. I had that safety. My butt would touch the seat. I would go like, okay, cool. I'm a little past parallel. I'm good to go. Boom. You can spring right back up.
Definitely.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Alex C. from YouTube with a $10 donation. Alex has a very nice comment. He says, I remember when Hudson Road to Recovery vids, he said something like, just because I can't be what I was doesn't mean I can't be something better. Definitely stuck with me to get past this last ACL tear. Well, good luck with the ACL tear recovery, Alex. I guess I probably have most knowledge of that tear just from watching mixed martial arts. We watched not as much as we used to, but we watched quite a bit. A couple years ago, and that's hard. But man, look at someone like GSP, George St. Pierre. He's come through some ACL tears better than he ever was. So again, like you said, maybe you're not exactly what you were, but then you can kind of like modify yourself into something different. Using George St. Pierre as another example, he was more of a mixed martial artist, but he became a little bit more of a wrestler in the later half of his career, and still had just as much success. Socks from YouTube with the $1 donation. Thank you, Socks. No comment, just the donation, just money. Jacob Hess from Facebook says, thanks, brothers. Thank you, Jacob. Sam Carney from Facebook says, hello from Birmingham, England. About to start the superhero plan. Looking forward to it.
Good luck.
That's awesome. Chillicuri from YouTube says, completed dumbbell only program. I want to do it again. From which phase should I start?
Could start it over with just a little bit heavier. That's always a good idea. So you're kind of starting from, it's all new. Basically, you're testing your body in the load capacity of it, or pick one of your favorite phases or more difficult ones and just do that again.
Yeah.
Kind of, or you can just feel free to just mix it up a little bit. That's what's always nice.
And Mark Rivera Jr. from Facebook says, just got my Buff Dude shirts yesterday. Thanks. You dudes are the best. I hope you enjoy them, and I hope they last you a long, long time. Antoine, very happy to hear this from Facebook, says, sweet, thanks, guys. You did pronounce it right. I'm impressed. Nice. Andy Littleton from Facebook says, my wife is pregnant. Is there any workouts you guys would recommend for her?
Well, congratulations. And it kind of depends. There is a whole training certification for making sure when you're pregnant, you're doing the right movements. One, they always recommend if she's already been working out very regularly before getting pregnant, then she can continue a lot of the same stuff. But if she hasn't been that regular in her workouts and then she wants to jump on more of a strenuous workout routine, that's not really recommended because the body might not be used to it. It's putting extra stress on the body. So it just kind of depends on where her fitness levels are. If she's already pretty high, she can kind of continue a lot of the movements she's already been doing. And yeah, I mean, congratulations.
Mm-hmm. Johnny Noggin from YouTube with a $5 donation.
Yeah.
Thank you, Johnny. Johnny says, would you ever bring out male grooming beard products? Buff Dude's beard oil sounds awesome. That does sound cool. Yeah, it does. Good idea. I think, that could definitely be a possibility. I think if we found the right collaborator, because I know one more big thing that we would be super proud of would be having like a Buff Dude's coffee. Because we would love to come out with stuff that we truly use all the time. So it would be like the beard oil, it would be like the coffee and stuff, but that would be something we would love.
Yeah.
Jerry Flynn from YouTube says, shout me out.
Yeah, shout you out, Jerry. I was just laughing at Johnny now because he says, you too can smell like a buff dude.
Whether that's a good or a bad thing.
A buff dude sweat.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Got a comment. AGDG. From YouTube says, my man boobs doesn't go. I tried it, but mostly doesn't seem to vanish. Help me, buff bros.
Yeah,
Brandon's got you covered.
I just shot a video talking about man boobs,
Yeah.
And it's funny because there's a lot of different answers to that question. I have man boobs. What should I do? Whatever my chest is not quite developing the way I want. Now you'll see a lot of people like do dips, do flat press, do decline, develop the lower part of the chest, which can help in some cases. Maybe, you have a higher body fat percentage. So that's showing that you need to lose that body fat. But in some cases too, which I've actually struggled with, is your upper chest development, to balance out your lower chest development. Because if you just focus on the lower chest, all of a sudden your chest looks really heavy. You could kind of start looking like man boobs in a way. So to make sure you're focusing on your upper chest development, that can be a big thing to make sure you round out, your chest.
Right to McCund. If I got that right from YouTube, says, can one have protein shakes on rest days? Yes, you can. John Kendall with a very kind comment from Facebook. John says, I have your Bodyweight book and I'm loving the workouts. Nice. Stay buff. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Alex Ortega from Facebook says, dudes, where's that push day video? Coming this Monday. So yeah. Robert Peppers from Facebook says, great workout, buff brother Brandon, Captain America, and buff brother Hudson Thor. Keep being awesome, fellas. Well, thank you very much. So we're over our time limit. It's a little past 10 a.m. our time, and that's usually the end until next Saturday. So we're going to say goodbye now. We're going to eat some food. We're going to drink some water. Yeah. So we'll give you a moment for everyone to kind of accept this. I only say that. I know, right? Because there's a little delay in the chat, so we don't want to just cut it off instantly, and then you guys will be like, well, where'd they go? So we'll see you guys next Saturday, 9 a.m. Pacific time. Thank you all for joining us, the regulars, all the new people as well.
Thanks for all the donations. Sorry we can't see the stars on Facebook. We'll try to fix that soon so we can check you guys out too.
We will. Yeah. So take care, stay buff. We'll see you next Saturday. Have a great weekend. Yeah.